What's going on, YouTube? And welcome back, Dragon Loose. So, got tow trucks, we've got monster trucks, we've got all kinds of variants. So, we also have a Mercury model of this. Now, I did go ahead and pick up the tow truck, because why not? And look at this guy. Gotta love it. The lighting, the actual flashing lights in the tow truck. I mean, this guy's got the 2018 mod converted over real nice. So, I did pick this one up in a barn, so it's fairly complete. There are quite a few variants. Just going to say that right now. The F100 car mod. This is the tow truck variant. We have a slammed one. We have one that's actually the Mercury version of this. We have a monster truck. I've been looking for that one. So, we have this to do today. Now, I did want to go ahead and meander over to a barn again. I was trying to do this in a junkyard, but unfortunately, I didn't have too much luck in the junkyards. But we got them hot off the presses. Now, this dropped yesterday, last night actually. Thought about doing a stream on it when I found it, but I decided we could wait till today. That gives us something to do. So, we're going to go around, we're going to look. We need to find a few more barn maps anyways, so we'll do our standard search here through the barn, see if we can find the case, and see if we have any more F100s in here. There's the case. Now we don't got to worry about that. We can look at cars. So, looks like we got a Mustang back here, and oh, that's actually a blower Mustang. Ah, looks like another one of our Elcos. So, we will keep an eye out for stuff. Oh, God bless it. Having a little bit of issues here, guys. Give me just a second. Having a little bit of issues here, guys. So it looks like I'm going to have to monitor this in my own browser because for whatever reason, this thing has decided to be kind of a pest. So if we get any reverberation or anything, that's what's going on. Anyways, we're back. We are looking at various things. Now we are going to make sure that we go ahead and check everything. We get junkyard runs. I do want to find another variant for this. That helps. And credits are credits. It's like we had 2 cases. So, a couple more barn maps, and it looks like another case. Nice. So we're getting a case loop, which is kind of nice. Because we need more scrap. Remember, we still have that Liberty Walk Ferrari sitting in the, parking lot over there, to add scrap parts to, and actually build some more parts. I know a lot of it like idler rollers and stuff, so that's gonna suck, but anyways, yeah. First thing I kind of wanted to do today is just kind of go through and check a few places, check the auction, stuff like that. Payne's really good about making sure most of the vehicles pop up in all the areas, including the obvious car mission areas, but there are certain things that are restricted and can't pop up in the junkyard, but they can pop up in the auctions and whatnot. So, you know, we'll give it a go. We'll take a look. We got money. We can always throw some things down and see what we get. Obviously, McLarens are always a thing to pick up. Looks like we got an i6 in here and a tow truck. So, there's a variant right there. We have an i6. There's a tow truck. So, we do have some options here. Definitely awesome. I have no idea why it keeps discounting my freaking thing. For whatever reason, my monitoring it, or my secondary monitoring stuff keeps shutting off the stream, so I'm kind of just glancing back at it. I'm a little more aware of it. It shouldn't affect you guys. You watch this later or whatever, you know, you'll probably listen to me complain and be like, well, what are you talking about? Well, for some reason, I'm having a communication issue between my devices, and that's just being a pain. So, anyways, looks like we leveled up to level 37 too. Managed to get enough experience. Awesome. We'll take a look at the junkyard. I did take a look at one before we started the stream, just to see if I could get another pickup in here. Yeah, it's kind of the same restoration, but if we can find the monster truck version, that'd be awesome. Doesn't like a giant lifted Ford. Anyways, we'll check this out real quick, then we'll go ahead and get started with that glorious tow truck. Like I said, full credit and thanks to Payne for coming up with these mods. Look forward to seeing more of them. I know usually don't see him until the afternoon, so today with a little later stream, I had some things to do online today. Had to get in a line. My nephew needed he got one of the PS5 invites, and because he's at school and my girl's at work, I said I'd take care of, making sure he got in the line and got through the purchasing process and stuff. So, yeah, something like that. Sent it to his house. All good. No big deal. But he needed something for his birthday, and my old lady spoils him, so what are you going to do? But, anyways, I digress. So that was what I was doing. That's why we didn't start right at 11 o'clock. We're starting here at 1 o'clock, so we had to wait till noon before we could get into the stupid PlayStation thing. Hopefully, they're getting better on this. Now, one thing I can say with this new version 2 PS5, I have version 1. Looking at it with the heat sinks and everything, I don't know how much they changed on the disc version. I know how much they changed on the digital. They sell these really cool charging dock cooler systems. They're worth the investment. Yes, it makes the PS5 stand up a little bit more, but they're worth the investment. Anyways, let's go ahead. We'll move this. Get it all cleaned up. Shouldn't have too much to worry with. So, we'll still hunt for variants. We'll get this one taken care of. Honestly, I might keep the tow truck. We might need another shop truck. This thing actually looks pretty good. Kind of like a tow mater. We'll take the, hood off it. We'll have the air cleaner sticking out of it. It'll be great. I wish you'd almost leave the rust map on it then, But got everything taken care of there. We actually shouldn't have too much rust on this, but it would be nice to have like a rust livery. I haven't gotten to the paint shop yet to figure out what's going on with that, but I would like to see like a rusty livery. Oh, 500 credit one. Nice. So whatever model he used must be a 500 credit car. Or it just doesn't have anything to weld. But we'll strip it down even though it came out of a barn. Just because we know we need to obviously do a little patchwork on the parts. It's not going to be 100%. It is pretty good though. Clamshell out of here. So it looks like it's pretty much the hard rust underneath. Accessible from under the lift. Obviously, Car Mechanic Simulator doesn't know how to, deal with our, what do you call it? Pickup truck body here. Also, the jack is actually not holding the car, so the hitboxes are a little off. Nothing to worry about. I mean, I can't really argue with it too much, and Payne does a pretty good job, so if the hitboxes aren't working, he just, didn't get everything working. I did see a couple of people saying that they were having trouble finding the mod or getting it to work. Honestly, the one thing I've noticed with the mods that helped me was if you're playing with mods on the PC, launch the game from your desktop, not from Steam. I don't know why, but for some reason, every time I launch it from Steam, I lose all my mods and they get, disconned. But if I launch from the desktop, I never have an issue. So, if you have a shortcut on your desktop, launch for your desktop. Still goes through Steam, it's just a different way of entering versus going through your library on Steam. I don't know why, it's just how it is. But, anyway. We shouldn't have too much to worry about with this. Might have a few things here and there, but think we'll keep the baby moons on it. Big freaking white wall tires. Sounds pretty good to me. Nice classic look, but we'll tear this down. Huh. Looks like it's just a shop truck. I think we finally found the tow truck that's been towing away all those cars that we keep finding in barns, though. Let's see, we got a double wishbone in here. While I was testing out how this was gonna work and whatnot last night, I went ahead and did the restoration on the Nova. So that one's kind of chalked off our list. So if we skip it here in the live streams as we're going through different stuff, just know, we chalked it off the list. Not that we skipped it or we missed it. We just already finished it. So I'll probably do another one. I actually kind of liked the build. It wasn't terribly difficult. It was kind of fun, but yeah, it's kind of where we're at. On the plus side, thanks to a bunch of Vicks Vapor Rub and, a bunch of other stuff, I am feeling a little better. Still a little froggy, but definitely not as bad as I was yesterday. Yesterday was just atrocious. But on that note, I don't know. I'm tempted to go ahead and try out a little different format. Not sure if you guys like it or not, but usually I try to do at least 1 to 2 restorations and do about a 2 to 3 hour stream. But I'm curious, if I did an hour video, would you guys be a little more happy with it? Maybe a little more receptive to it? I mean, I'm just trying to feel out what you guys want. I mean, personally, for me, if I'm going to watch Car Mechanic Simulator, I want to watch Car Mechanic Simulator for 3 hours. I loathe people that do jump cuts and, don't do the entire car. I promised you guys when we started this series that we were going to do the nitty-gritty. And we've done the nitty-gritty. I mean, we've got all the special missions and whatnot done already. So, I don't like jump cuts. I don't like doing editing. It's not because I can't. It's because I don't really want to do it. It's a personal preference. I figure you can get just as much done with the stream. And hey, whether I get people in here to, watch my stream or comment or not, I do know a couple of things. One thing, I'm going to be talking to myself whether I am live streaming or whether I am, recording. So I might as well be live streaming. It's easier on my hardware. It's, more fluid experience. Plus, like I said, you get down to the nitty gritty. We actually know, this car is going to take an hour to restore, So we're going to get an hour out of this car. Same thing with any other car. So, that's kind of my position on it. So, if you guys just, if I cut this off early for whatever reason and just do a single car and doing about an hour, if my views shoot up and I get a ridiculous amount of views, I may change to a format where I only do one a day. However, that being said, if we get 2 or 3 car mods and I manage to find all 3 cars, yeah, I'm still going to showcase all 3 cars. For 2 reasons. It's more fair to you guys if I have them and they're getting done and you can see them. Hey, he has all of them. You don't have to question, oh, well, why are you holding back on that car? That's also the case if, mods start getting, buggy or whatever. We get to them first. We get to them and we get them done. Then, we know that they're good. Kind of a little thing to help out the developers, the mods, too. I do know that several of the developers actually have their own Patreon pages and stuff for donations. If you are playing the game and you like it, you actually have the ability to donate to them. I mean, I think Payne said the other day, as long as you give him, if you pay him the right amount of money, he'll pretty much do any car for Car Mechanic Simulator. I haven't tested that theory. But, just little things like that. I know he's got a bunch of Patreon exclusive stuff. I think Diesel's maybe thrown him a bone or 2 once in a while, because I think there's a few mods that Diesel's done that, aren't on the Steam Workshop yet. But you never know. But Anyways, I digress. It's just one of those things that kind of got to fight your battles, make your choices. Right now, I'm starting out, not very big in YouTube, so I'm not throwing money at developers to, get special limited edition stuff that nobody else has. I'd just rather be the first one to showcase it as it comes out. And I'm not delusional. I'm probably not the first. I just, in my little circle of guys that do the, car mechanic simulator stuff, which I got a few of them. I have quite a few. I've been right on the cusp of being pretty early compared to everybody else on the showcase. I honestly don't think Cryptic has even done the McLaren yet. So he's been playing a lot of other games and stuff. I know Gas Station Simulator just came out, so everybody jumped on that bandwagon, which is fine. You still do the car mechanicing, but I don't know, Gas Station Simulator just didn't seem like my cup of tea. It wasn't laid back and chill enough. This game, you can sit back, relax, listen to me drone on. If you fall asleep, oh well. After a while, you're not going to really miss much. I mean, we still have a bunch of engines we haven't actually done anything with, but on the other side of the fence, a bunch we have, so, not to say you're bored, but if it's just comforting to watch, that's all I care about. Now, really, we should be able to repair almost 100% of the parts. The fact we broke the starter kind of sucks, but, yeah, what are you going to do? There's a few things we can't repair. It always is. Brake drums, stuff like that. But other than that, we can pretty much get everything else 100%. And like I said, I mean, I'm really tempted to make this that baby blue color and make this into a tow truck that just sits out front. It's kind of a cool little rig. And right now with the DeLorean currently, a rehash because I had to sell everything I had to get the McLaren. Or we got our great little $22 million to play with. It's one of those things. I don't mind redoing cars that we had before, and trust me, I did everything I could to make sure that any cars I did for subscribers stayed. Those cars all stayed in the garage. I didn't sell any of those. But if I didn't have custom plates on it, those cars went bye-bye. Pull this out. No idea what engine it is. It looks like a V8. Not sure which one. Single car. That makes sense. So this thing is more or less hot garbage. Be a lot of stuff on here that's probably rusted on and stuck and whatnot, but that's fine. As long as we can salvage some of it, alright? And we're going to have a lot of these parts that we're going to swap out race parts anyways, because we always do. And who doesn't want a tow truck that can drag a semi down the street, right? Must be a clip B on that somewhere. Yep, there it is. So do a distributor, fuel filter, ignition coil, stuff like that. Standard performance parts. I actually think we have an intake manifold. A performance one for this too, so that'll be good. One of the few cars we can actually do an intake on. Oh, we have complete rods and rockers, so see how that goes. That looks like the stream stabilized a little bit. And it looks like we got about 3 viewers on the stream today. So welcome to everybody. I understand, you know, if you can't throw up a chat, you know, busy working or something or whatnot, and you just kind of letting it drone on in the background, but still, very welcome. What we're here for, right? Just drone along in the background. We'll fix some cars, showcase some mods, see what we can do. But I haven't checked inside on the other shop skins. I know the shop old stuff, the pinup girls got a little bit touchy on the, you know, risque side a little bit there. Some of those pictures were getting a little bit too Playboy magazine and a little less PG, so that's why I took that one down. Don't get me wrong, I love that entire pack, but yeah, that one banner was just getting a little bit touchy, and I didn't want to push my luck with YouTube, so that's why I took it down. But I didn't check any of the other ones that we had to see if they had made any changes. The other thing is I haven't gone into that other file and kind of updated that PNG banner to, you know, create my own custom one. Was going to kind of just switch out one of the, you know, pinup girls ones with something else that was in one of the other packs and kind of just make something of my own that, you know, cleaned it up. Other things on the docket, if anybody out there is a graphic artist and wants to do, you know, a graphic and channel banner type thing and a channel logo, I'm looking for somebody. I've looked at the ones that you can pay like 15, 20 bucks for, and the guy talks to you and they create a banner and then they look like everybody else's. You know, I'm looking for something unique. The one I have on my channel right now is pretty much, you know, something I found on a free site that it let me create. I kind of like the way it looks, but, you know, I think it could be better. So, if anybody out there is graphic artists that, you know, has something, my email is in my description. Please, by all means, send me something if you got something. Maybe some samples, you know, what you can do. Just looking for somebody I can work with. But, anyways, I digress. Something I'm throwing out there, you know. Might find somebody that works with me, you know, works for what I'm looking for and whatnot. Might not. I like to keep the option open at least. But, get the rest of this engine pulled apart. Oh, I hate rock caps, especially when they're rusty. At least they all look repairable, so as long as we don't mess up, should be good there. Once again, kind of being lazy today, using the cordless keyboard. Not that I don't like my clickety-clack, it's just, you know, one of those things I didn't feel like moving it. It sits on top of my computer tower, so. And no, it doesn't cover the radiator. I got it leaned up against the wall because the way my computer tower sits. But, it's just one of those things I didn't feel like dragging it all the way over here and then having to put it back later. And I use my wireless one more often than not. Oh, broke the timing cover. Oh, saved it. Yay! Aha! Started to panic there for a second, and then saved it. Yeah. Come on. Give it to me. Oh, been very lucky. I mean, a lot of this stuff we're gonna, you know, throw in the old geek cannon and put performance parts in it, but it's nice to have the fixed parts. I mean, hell, I think we've got like 20 flywheels now that we fixed because we replaced so many. Oops, almost bounced back on that one. Alright, anytime we can save a block, man, I swear. Blocks are one of the most expensive things in this game for some reason. More expensive than some of the heads. There. Looks like all overhead valve V8 parts, so that's good. Got a 4-barrel. Couple engine heads. Some long block headers, because why not? Coil set. We know he got a distributor. Ignition wires. Oops, single carb intake manifold. Yep, made mention of that earlier. 8 those piston rods. Pair of these middle mufflers. V8 power steering pump. Once again, please, for the love of God, give me my V8 overhead cap, or my overhead valve V8 exhaust for the performance part here, guys. It's not that hard. We need an update. We haven't even gotten a real good hot fix out of Playway in the last couple of weeks, so who knows what happened with them. They must have figured they got the bugs out of it, and they're working on it and, you know, developing a new set of DLC, but yeah, I'd appreciate it if we actually had something to look at. Or at least look forward to, some kind of roadmap. I haven't seen one. And that could be just me, I wasn't paying attention, I don't know. But I haven't seen a roadmap for it yet. So, here's a good thing you can comment about. If you know what freaking Playway is thinking and you know what they're actually coming out with next and I haven't seen it, comment down below what you actually know and maybe we can figure it out, figure out where we're going. I'm pretty sure the new DLC is not going to be that expensive, but you know, it'd be nice to be able to kind of budget it in. Now we got a couple of shock absorbers we got to deal with. We already got the heads, we got the engine covers, manifolds, easy peasy. Man, wouldn't it be great if we had air ride? Some caps. Pretty sure we got shock absorber Bs in the back with those leaf springs, so throw those down. We know we need a fuel tank. Wow, we haven't even gotten to the valves yet. Let alone the piston rings, which is what we were after to begin with. That's why we came in here. And radiator C, power steering res. We did fix the fans, so that's a good thing. Rockers, 16 of those. Already got the air filter. We'll grab a base and a cover, just in case we didn't fix. Grab our 16 rubber bushings as we do. Yeah, it's 16, guys. Pretty much all the time it's 16. Find our belts. Need at least 5 of these. Let's grab 8 of them. Probably more than enough. End lengths, check. Time and chain. Yep, need one of those. Always need a time and chain. We did save the cover, so that's good. Push rods. 16 of those. I actually had a mild panic attack last night. I walked out and I was carrying my mouse to the other room, and yeah, I kind of dropped my Razer freaking Ballistics mouse on the ground and it blew apart. Luckily, it was easy to put back together, but it was one of those like, oh my god! Okay, water pump, pulley. Alrighty. Fantastic. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to leave the engine on the side because that's how we do here. I just find it easier to scrunch down under the engine. You know, get that C button and hit crouch and get in that prone position versus actually rotating the engine. Because you got to back out of what you're doing, you got to rotate it, then you got to go back in, switch back to part mount. It's just too many steps. So setting it on the side like this just makes it easier for me. You can play how you want, but that's how I play. Odds are, if you have your engine like this anyways, you're going to rotate it in real life like 20 or 30 times. I've been in that life. I ain't about that life no more, so I'm going to do as little as possible. I actually got an engine stand sitting out in my garage. I think I've rotated it close to 1,000 times working on an engine block. I wasn't even building a full engine. That was the worst part. Header in. Sparkulators. At least you don't have to gap these. They all come pre-gapped. Oh, could you imagine a spark plug gapping minigame? Oh god. That would be a nightmare. That's hard enough to do in real life. I could not imagine doing it digitally. Because yes, this overhead valve V8 engine may go in a lot of cars, but it would have spark plug gaps that are different for each car. Oh no, it's Something Witty Entertainment's Kirito ringtone. Yeah. I must have got an email or a text or something. Turn that down. It's annoying. Love that ringtone. I think it's hilarious because it was hilarious in the show, but yeah. All right. 2% increase just by having a shiny intake. And our big nasty 12% 4-barrel carburetor. Oof. All the chrome parts gonna add 500 horsepower. Bad joke, bad joke. Put the flames in the car and add another 100 horsepower, right? Flames make it go faster, that's what everybody says. Putting the freaking spark plug wires on before the valve cover. That's never going to work, right? That won't. Kind of threw realism out the window when we were rebuilding an engine block in 10 minutes. A lot that goes into rebuilding an engine takes just time. Like making sure your freaking push rods are long enough for your cam. They're not universal. Zeroing out your rockers, you know. Loctiting, the bolts need to be Loctite. Making sure the gaskets go on and they don't tear, you know. It's a lot of work. But we can do it in 10 minutes because video game. Alright, see what I can mount in here. A radiator, washer reservoir. Oh, that's not bad at all. Brake servo and a battery? Cool. I'm sure there's a fuse box in there somewhere I'm not seeing, but for now, take a look around. Hello? No power steering, because, you know, it's 56, so why would I have power steering? I'm not seeing a fuse box down here either. It wouldn't be under the hood anyway, it'd be under the dash. 56. You know, ironically, this is the type of year of truck that people, you know, are dumb and put 22 caliber pistols into the fuses. This used glass, open fuses. It didn't actually use the standard blade fuse that we're so used to seeing in this game. It used actually like glass barrel fuses. So yeah, so it's about the same size as a 22 caliber bullet. And I've heard of people being dumb and putting 22s in there. Ironically, if you do that on a circuit that's you do that on any circuit, you're dumb. But if you do it on a circuit that, you know, is on for a long period of time, like your headlights, you might get shot. That's one fun one to explain. How'd you get shot? Well, I tried to replace my fuse with a frickin' bullet. Because I'm dumb. Makes for a good story, though, right? Front exhaust pipe, overhead valve V8A. Just curiously. I know I have some weird front exhaust pipes in here. I only have the regular overhead valve V8, don't I? Oh, that's fine. One of these days we'll have full performance exhaust. It's not today. Back in here, grab our 2 brake pads. Get this schlock back together. I think we broke the starter, so we actually might have one, but I doubt it. Yeah, we broke it. We don't have a spare. Lame. So, out where I live, I noticed the other day we got some notifications last night that we're having a big convention coming to town, and it's going to feature the one and only Bruce Campbell. We're also going to have a bunch of other people. Look like the guest list for the convention had Richard Dreyfuss, Louis Gossett Jr., Christy Swanson, Kane Hodder, who, if you don't know who Kane Hodder is, you've never seen you never seen the Friday the 13th movie. Because, he's been Jason Voorhees forever. But, yeah, it's got like a really stupid, huge list of people that are going to be there. It's going to be pretty awesome, and probably going to end up going. So, just got to decide what things I want them to, if I do, meet and greets or whatnot and try and get autographs, I just have to decide which ones I want to what things I want to have autographed, You got to pick the unique stuff. You can't pick the stuff they're famous for, if you can manage it. I just found a good rule of thumb is if it's obscure or they're barely credited in it, you're probably doing better off of getting attention than every other idiot that's over there, with the Jason X video that's going, oh, you're Jason Voorhees, yeah. Or, oh, Bruce Campbell, oh, you're in Evil Dead, and I just have an Evil Dead DVD. Now, Bruce Campbell was in a ton of stuff. I mean, frighteningly amount of stuff. The guy has been in, like, damn near everything. And Ted Raimi, who's his buddy, has been in just as much. So, since they're both going to be there, you do the thing where you can, get more than one signature on an item if you can. Then you meet 2 or 3 guys and get autographs 2 or 3 on one item. It saves carrying stuff around, too. Go to a convention like that, you don't want to be carrying around a bunch of stuff. You're going to end up probably buying stuff while you're there, so why would you want to bring a bunch of stuff from home and then have to worry about carrying that stuff and the stuff you bought? Seems silly. Anyways. Thought I bought those. I must have bought from them. But, yeah, definitely going to be an interesting little horror con that we got coming to town. So, depending on what day it is, and depending on how it works for the stream schedule, may depend on whether or not we stream. I'm not going to miss it. Of course, you could take your Dead by Daylight video game and, get Bruce Campbell to sign that. But, once again, you're kind of typecast him as Ash Williams, and that's probably not the wisest choice. Like I said, I would find something that's obscure that, isn't from his horror career. If I was going, I'd pick something like, I don't know, Briscoe County Jr. or Burn Notice, or even some of the other stuff like, I had a really good favorite one that I picked the other night that I thought would have been great. That was Escape from L.A. As Bruce Campbell actually plays a character in that movie, and it's kind of a weird character. But, just kind of got to pick your battles, If you want to actually sit there and have them, have a decent conversation with you and not just shuffle you through a line, you got to get them interested. And the best way to get them interested in a decent conversation is to come up with something that even they forgot they were in. If you can do that, you do good. When I went to the one convention, I met Sean Astin, and I didn't take Lord of the Rings, I didn't take the Goonies, I didn't take, any of the stuff that you would figure you would take to, meet him. I took The Color of Magic, Discworld book. I ended up taking the movie for that because he was in that, and it was obscure, and I didn't really have too much to talk to him about, but he was definitely one. He was ready to talk to me for like 30 minutes or an hour, and he had to get up on stage. I just didn't want to take a lot of his time because I knew there was, he had to go up and do an on-stage appearance shortly, so I was like, I'll just kind of let it go with the signature. So my copy of Discworld's actually signed, which is awesome. But yeah, you take the obscure stuff. One of the cool things about conventions, if you're smart about it, you know, you can actually have a pretty good conversation with people. Now my girl, she always talks about going through and going to the different Star Wars cons and stuff, and she's like, oh yeah, well I met this person and talked to him for like 3 hours. It's like, what did you talk to him about? And that she'd be like, oh well, I brought such and such obscure movie that they were in, or talk to them about something that actually was what they were there for instead of something they were famous for. Especially when you meet like the Scream Queens and stuff, like Nancy from Friday the 13th, or that type of person. You want to make sure that you're not going in there and just talk, go to a Star Wars con and then say, oh, you're Nancy from Friday the 13th, I'm going to talk to you about that, or Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm going to talk about Nightmare on Elm Street, not talk to you about your Star Trek freaking con, which is what you're here for, or other obscure insert movie here. People get fanboy, and then they see fanboys all the time. You got to get the one that's a connoisseur of their films. They respect that. We did bump this up. I don't think vintage is going to work. I'm going to use the Dominator Slick Tire Bs. I think that's a good choice. I do need to go back and check the tire size, though. Get off on a tangent, not pay attention. 16s. Okay. Yeah. Let's do Dominators. 4 16s. I didn't look what size they were. 175 85 and 225 65. All right. Yeah. Two sizes. So 225 65 on the rear. And then on the front, we had 175, 85. Wow, those are freaking tall. Like, unnecessarily tall. Okay, whatever. I've gotten to the point where I'm using slicks on everything at this point. I don't like it vehicle to not have traction. And we could have done a custom gearbox, but why bother? Yeah, I met Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund, and yeah, I didn't ask him about being Freddy Krueger. I don't remember exactly what movie I asked him about, but I know one of them that I was talking to him about is The Adventures. I talked to him about a couple other movies too that he knows, but their mannerism changes that these days, especially. We are, I think, ready for body. Should be. Oh, car status. What are we at? There's fuses. I don't know where they are. Looks like a fuse box A. Bumper. Car part 1. Yeah, so we got to get in this engine bay and find this thing. So there's a fuse box in here somewhere. Not sure where. Oh, it's inside the truck. Of course it is. Where'd I say it was? I am so smart. SMRT. It's completely freaking wrong for this kind of truck because it used, you know, glass bus fuses, but whatever. Can't be picky. It was behind the servo. That was the other thing. You have a base. All right. So 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 1. Alright. Fuse box out of the way. Cool. It still says it's got bad parts. What? Steering wheel, car part 2, rear bumper C. Did I miss taking something off this thing? Rear bumper. Okay. Come on. Car part 1 and 2 are still registered as being on the car. They shouldn't be. Work our way around, I guess. We'll see what we're missing. Yeah, I don't see him. It's gotta be a side skirt or something. I wonder if it's a side skirt. No? That's odd. Can't highlight them either. What's bothering me? Are they inside the cab? Alright, let's go to the phablet and see what they look like. Oh, they're window trim. Look at that. Interesting. Yeah, that would be an issue. How do I grab that then? Car part 1. Okay. Car part 2. Haha. It's the chrome window trim that's on the outside. That's a unique little part. And we can't fix it. Alright. What are we missing? We're missing a right fender. Man, look at that. We got Mercury headlights in here. A wheelie bar. That sounds awesome. Of course we're grabbing that. I don't think the lights are on. What? I had the right rear fender. It's the front fender. Be the boss. How many spaces? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces. I need 4 letters, so I need to be 1, 2. O-P. Alrighty. Nice. I don't think those lights are on. No, that's the D. I guess I grab the other one. See what the difference is, right? Yeah. Whatever. I'm sure there's a difference. Normal mode. Oop. Symbol mode. I missed window. No. Okay. Status. Yeah. Bench cape and typhoon steering wheel. Alright. Off to the test path. Yeah, we're gonna probably hang on to this one, so I think we deserve a shop truck. And it makes so much more sense than that flatbed that's sitting out there that we haul cars to the barns and the junkyards with. This one actually could go tow a car. Or, you know, a train. Alrighty. So, I'll paint this thing up real quick. And we're going to first check deliveries. Anderson and Turner, Ford Lincoln Mercury Edsel, established 1927. Nice. Okay. Alright. It's actually a pretty good livery. Like the two-tone. AAA certified. And I mean, it's got Dominator slicks on it, so, you know, you can still take it to the track. Do a little track days with it. Alright. Got to do the fluids. You can't forget them. God forbid we can't clean our windshields, you know, all them bugs out there in the desert. Okay. Get her all oiled up and some of that fresh hot lube in there, and then we will go ahead and throw it on the dyno and see what we got. Yeah, I want to close that. Look, it looks like Mater when he was actually, you know, new and not broken and buck-toothed, right? Wish there was a way to change the opacity of this graph. Yeah, 485 horsepower. Probably doesn't need slicks, but you never know. Probably doesn't need wheelie bars either. So there is a drag spec version of this that actually does need the wheelie bars, but this is not it. Alright. Disassemble. I think it said the Cape. Not the Mark 7 either. Might be the... No, it's this one. I actually might have one of these, just curiously. I do. Nice. And we need a steering wheel. I mean, 95% is not bad. Alright, Typhoon steering wheel is pretty cool. That's what's on it. But I don't think we're going to use that one. I think we're going to go for the old wood grain steering wheel 3. I kind of like it better. I think it fits the, you know, ensemble of the truck a little better. Yeah, there we go. Big, nice, wide, easy to put a knuckle buster on. You know what a knuckle buster is? It's a thing that you put on the corner of your steering wheel so you can rotate your steering wheel around without moving your hand. It actually spins as you go. Ooh, nice. Accurate 1956 round pedals, too. Look at that. That is so nice. All right. Can't seem to get in the car. Hello? Oh, no. I found a bug. Not sure what's going on with that. I can't seem to get in the car. Wonder if I can trick it, though. Map. Speed track. There we go. We can do it this way. Haha. Apparently that McLaren I've got sitting out back is drivable. Alright, now we're in the truck. Look at this thing. Now this is the shop truck. Gotta get there on time. It doesn't handle too bad either. Got our flashers on. Get out of the way. That's a pretty good looking truck. I like it. Back to the garage, and we're going to throw that other bolt cape in storage, and we're going to go ahead and leave this thing out front, because shop truck. I know. One of them are not going to sell, believe it or not. Mark the calendars, boys. We're not selling this one. Weird. Alright. Move the car. Entrance B for now, because we got to take the other one and send it to the parking. This thing out of here. All right. You. Entrance C. Yeah. I gotta change the signage. Yeah, come on. Gotta do it. Gotta change the custom texture pack. Keep it in. Put down. Yes. Yes. Gonna take some screenshots. Alright, guys, so I will keep looking for the other Fords. We did showcase the Payne mod today for the Ford F100. If you notice there in the tablet, we were seeing definitely all the other options for the add-ons and stuff. We got tinted windows, a bunch of front ends. You got Mercury and Ford front ends in here. A bunch of the different bumpers, license plate holders. A lot of the stuff's left over from the 2018 mod. It was just converted over, it looks like, but still, absolutely amazing. Blackout mirrors, custom projector headlights. I do like the fact that these have the Mercury logos on them, which are amazing. Different bumpers and stuff, tow hitches. If you want to go more of the classic tonneau cover style or shaved bumpers, you know, I like the tow truck. That's why I got the tow truck. But painted lights. And of course, you know, your 4 choices for your front windshield, your drag trunk for your Ford and your Mercury. So you have drag bars for both. Some of the tail lights they had that were custom. Now, like I said, Payne does a freaking amazing job, even though he's porting stuff over from 2018. He updates, he refreshes, he changes. Great mod developer. So, I look forward to seeing what else he's got in store for us. I'm going to keep looking for some of these other trucks, see if I can't find the 4x4 or possibly the Mercury for another build, but that's going to have to wait for next time. If you liked the video and you know, want to subscribe or want to comment, want to throw a like down, please, by all means, do. We are going to continue on. We're going to keep busting knuckles and keep busting out cars. But I'm Dragon Lucifer, and I will see you next time.